Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to discuss the difference between compiled and interpreted language, and then I'm going to give you a kind of a demo as well. So let's talk about a compiled language. What is a compiled language? So this diagram, the upper portion of this diagram, shows how a typical compiled language works. So what happens is that you write the code, which we call source code, and then we give that code is in that programming language syntax. Syntax is basically the grammatical rules of that language. It's very similar to English and the language which humans understand. You write the code in that. You give that code to a other program that's called compiler. So the problem basically is that your computer cannot understand that English like language or English like instructions for doing some task. It understands a special language that's called machine code. That's actually ones and zeros language. So there is an intermediary program that's called compiler. So you give your source code to the compiler. What it does is it generates that machine code, which is one zeros language of that source code, so that the computer can run it. Okay, now this machine code is basically machine dependent. It's not going to be the same for every machine. It's going to depend upon what kind of processor, what kind of hardware is going to run that code. Okay, for Intel processors, x86 architecture, the machine code is going to be different. For ARM processors, which we usually find in our mobile phones, the machine code is going to be different. Okay, so this is basically a compiled language, the example of which is C++ or C. Okay, and I'm going to write a program right now in this video, a C program, a hello world program. I'm going to compile it and then I'm going to run the source code. Okay, I'm going to show you that. Now let's talk about the other type of languages, which are called interpreter language or interpreted languages. Python is such kind of a language. So in this language we have some compiled functions, you may say. Okay, and our source code is actually mapped to those functions, and it's like you write the program, you make some function call that maps to that particular intermediary sort of compiled functions, and those functions are then executed on the machine. Okay, so that's basically present there inside the interpreter. Okay, it interprets your code and interprets it in terms of its own compiled functions. Okay, right, so there is no compilation process involved, right? What's the benefit of such kind of a language? The benefit is that once you have an interpreter for some particular kind of architecture, particular type of CPU, particular type of computer available, you don't need to compile your source code for that particular architecture. Let's say if I write a Python code and want to run that on my laptop, which is Intel processor containing laptop, it's basically Core i7, so it's going to run. All I need is to install a Python interpreter. Take, right? If I want to run that program onto a Raspberry Pi, which is a ARM processor based computer, a small single board computer, the program is going to run there as such without making any modification, without requiring to first compile the code for that particular architecture. This is the benefit of it. But the problem is that mapping which I told you about, the function code, source code, is done on the execution time. So basically that has an overhead. Therefore the code written in Python like interpreted languages is slow in execution as compared to the compiled languages. So for time critical applications, we cannot use interpreted languages. This is the drawback. Okay, now let's come towards writing some code. Okay, I have created a file, a CPP file. Let's write some C++ code here. Okay, if you don't understand the syntax, that's totally okay. This is just for a demo purpose. This is just for understanding something. Okay, if you don't understand this syntax of C, it's okay, no problem. You can totally ignore it. But the thing which you need to consider or understand in this video is the process which I'm going to go through. Okay, I written a program. What it's going to do is it's going to print out my name, and that's it. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. So as I told you, it's a C++. I need to first compile it. I cannot run this on my computer right now. No way. For that I need a compiler. In my case, the compiler is called G++. Okay, now let's pass this file to it and tell it to generate an object file or that machine code which is going to run on my system. Okay, let's call it machine code.o. Generated. Let's see. You can see the file is created here. If you want to see the details, now let me show you the details of this file. Okay, for that I use a command of Linux that's called file. Let's see. So this is going to show the properties of the file, and you may see that it's basically compiled for 64-bit architecture, and it's an object code. Okay, now if I want to run it, I can do that. This is the way to run it. Let's run it. The output is here. Now let's create a new file in Python and write a same kind of program there, and then I will show you that I can directly run it by making a call to an interpreter of Python. Okay, create a new file, name it hello.py. okay, so basically you can name it anything, but it's in convention to give the extension of py to Python programs. Okay, it's just a text program. Simply print. Again, you don't know the syntax, that's totally okay. In this video, teaching the syntax is not the target. Showing you the difference between interpreter and compiled languages is the target. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Let's make a call to Python interpreter. Python 3 is the interpreter because all the code which we are going to write in this course is going to be in Python 3. Python 2 lifetime is completed, so it's no more being in use. Okay, I mentioned that because there's a slight difference in both languages syntax. Okay, so what I'm doing here, in order to execute this program, I'm making a call to the interpreter. I'm not compiling the code, and then I'm passing it the file. That's it. Okay, you may have noticed one more thing in this comparison, and that is that the code written in Python is relatively lesser compared to the C++ code, and that is going to be the case every time. Okay, Python does a lot of things for you. It's super easy language as compared to other languages, especially compared to C++. Okay, but again, it's an interpreted language. It has its own disadvantage, that is its execution is going to be relatively very slow as compared to C++ one. So this is pretty much it for this video. Let's meet you in the next video. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and I will be thankful if you subscribe to our channel. Thank you.